told you we was giving you the okay back today to make a way. He gonna die today, nobody.
So talk about starting a podcast, and I'm also kind of curious about like a lot of people that are behind the camera. There's almost a reason sometimes like they're not, especially videographers aren't the most like out there, like outgoing social type of people. But it seems like you don't really fit that mold, if that makes sense. Because you don't really have a problem. You know, you rap still, and you doing podcasts and stuff. So I mean, I want you to talk about starting the podcast and what you're trying to do with that. But I also want just you to touch on kind of that, what sets you apart, I guess, from different videographers in that aspect.
Okay.
That was a lot. I'm sorry. That was
I think I get it. The podcast, the reason I started that is because I feel like most straightforward way of saying it, I feel like I got a lot of stuff I be wanting to say, and that's why people got podcasts, so that you can say it, you know what I'm saying? And not only that, but I'm for Tulsa, the progression, you know what I'm saying? Bettering yourself and your community. And you know, my podcast is directly targeted towards Tulsa and Tulsa artists, you know what I'm saying? So I just wanted to be a space where people can come and get their opinion and learn, you know what I'm saying? Talk, teach, and learn Tulsa music. So my goal is just to keep dropping, you know, sharing knowledge, you know what I'm saying? And including people with credible opinions on this stuff that so many Tulsans are pursuing, you know, with music, you know what I'm saying? So that's that, you know what I'm saying? And then I guess the reason why I'm all right with being in front of the camera, or what you just call outgoing, or bro, that's really me just being the opposite of what, you know, I internally am. Internally, bro, I'm really kind of like what's the word, bro? Like
reserved a little more.
Yeah, it's some kind of word that they be using. Introverted. Mm-hmm. Like, bro, that's the true me. Like, if I took the Miles Bridges personality test, I'd come out like an introvert. You know what I'm saying? But I just don't like to allow, you know, whatever technology or tests or observations to have control over who I am. So that's why I got this thing that'll allow me to be like more extroverted. But that's just me trying to prove to myself, like, you know, I don't gotta be introverted. So me getting in front of the camera like I am right now, or rapping, bro, it's really not my element. You know what I'm saying? I really prefer to be behind the camera and learn more about others. But, you know, shoot, I can do whatever I want, bro. King Spencer, bro. Like, I'm the king of myself, bro. I get to pick what I get to do. You know, that's why, you know, you'll catch me doing extroverted things sometimes. You know what I'm saying?
For sure. Kind of touch again just for a second on like the progression. I don't want to use the same word because I don't want to get confused, but like the emphasis on like pushing Tulsa forward, because I feel like that's something that is kind of unique to Tulsa. Like, there's a lot of emphasis kind of from every angle. Like, I feel like everyone kind of has the same like foresight, if that makes sense, that like if anybody does good, we're all doing better, kind of. But that's kind of a unique thing, even in the state. Like, that's not going on everywhere to the same extent. So what do you feel like, is there anything you think you could attribute that to, as far as like why Tulsa?
I'm really not sure I understand the question, bro.
I feel like everybody in Tulsa is on the same, like, y'all push Tulsa before yourselves a lot of times.
Got you.
And that doesn't happen in most cities, you know what I mean? So
yeah.
Why do you feel like that happens?
Well, see, we kind of, all right, so one thing I like to look at about Tulsa is like, we're a small city, a big town. And one thing about towns a lot of the time is like the amount of community within them compared to like a Los Angeles. Los Angeles is just a whole bunch of people that's for themselves. And I don't want to diss LA like that, but it's not me really dissing them. It's just like, But what I'm saying is, I feel like the reason that it's common for people to be for Tulsa before for themselves is because that's just the culture that we blessed with. You know what I'm saying? This city got a lot of trauma that brought people together. And even though we can be divided a lot of the time, I feel like, you know, with you being from, you know, Lawton and you saying that about us, that's an outside perspective of what's going on with us. And I agree, bro. I do feel like Tulsa do be for Tulsa. Like, we got strong culture here. And yeah, I think that's just the culture. And I don't know where that came from, other than the fact that we just small and we all related some way or another. You know what I'm saying?